Poppies have long been representative of the World War I conflict. There was fighting in Africa, but by far the bulk of fighting was in the fields of Belgium, Flanders, and France. And with so much fertilizer from explosives and from dead bodies, the soil suddenly became rich enough to grow poppies. Oftentimes the men would go to stand down and go to bed at night and wake up the next morning to gaze over fields of poppy as they assess the condition of the other side's trenches. I belong to a VFW post, and the auxiliary, most of them women, have agreed to make 100,000 of these poppies. Now this is a pack of 10. The deadline's like November 9th or so. And today's November 2nd. So my wife's making these, and I started making them at the expense of not generating many videos. So they assemble them from these things. They're wire, paper-covered wire stems with, I don't know what you would call them. These, which come in little packs of between 5 and 8, and they need to be picked apart. And then these labels that need to be separated. There's a label over a gummed portion of the paper. All right. These are all pulled apart, or maybe 100, 200, 300 of them. And these are all torn, but the gummed label normally hasn't been removed yet. Assembly just consists of sticking their green stems through the hole. There's a guide for bending. And then although this didn't seem to take much time, 100,000 of these takes quite a bit of time. And as of yesterday, Sunday, my wife took up some bags of poppies, these things, and checked in, and they were within, I think, 10,000 of being complete. Probably 10 to 15,000 left to do by the 9th. So I've been spending quite a bit of my time assembling these things. Apparently the normal source for these, and I remember seeing these the first time I joined a veterans organization on returning from Vietnam in 69 at the local VFW. Well, the regular source of these is a bunch of retired elderly women living in homes or forming the auxiliary body of the VFW. But COVID apparently has put a halt to this very distributed assembly. I know this is probably the first time in my memory that the local VFW at least the one I'm affiliated with, build any of these. So that's why I've been a little short on making videos. There's not a lot of movies about World War I, and the condition in the trenches is so horrible that movies don't do it justice. Just read this sentence most poignantly. There are no longer any men or women who served in the First World War alive. So this, along with flags on their gravestones, are all that's left.